Kolo Yahweh, Bahashem, Mashiach, Malak Yahweh Shai, all praises, all praises. It's Captain Emmanuel of O.F.I, back with another lesson, all praises. Another quick lesson, Lord willing, through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Mashiach, Malak Yahweh Shai. This lesson is titled, How Do You Want to Be Viewed? How do you want the Lord to look upon you? How do you want Yahweh Shai to greet you when that time? How do you want to be viewed? Do you want to be viewed as a man that was striving for righteousness, a man that is honorable, a man with integrity, a man that loves his family, a man that serves Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity? How do you want to be viewed? Let's jump right into it. Right? We'll get the book of First John. Salakia, chapter 2. Computer going a little slow. Bear with me, everybody. First John chapter 2 and verse number 28. Just a couple precepts real quick. Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, on how do you want to be viewed? First John 2 and 28, it reads, And now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. What are you doing right now in your time here on the earth, in the grace period that the Lord has allowed his children to come back to him, right? Fall short from time to time, Lord willing, Lord forbid. But what are you doing in this time? Are you doing as instructed in Revelation 14 and 12? Let me get that real quick. I'll come right back to this. Revelation 14. Are you doing as instructed in Revelation 14 and verse number 12? Because this is what you should be doing. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai. That's Revelation chapter 14 and verse number 12. So is that what you're doing while you're patiently waiting, right? While you're waiting on Yahweh Shai to come back, while you're waiting on the mighty righteous King to come back, are you keeping the commandments of the Most High God and the faith in Yahweh Shai? Let's go back to 1 John chapter 2 and let's read verse 28 again. How do you want to be viewed? 1 John 2, 28. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence. You want to be confident when the Lord comes back. Now, of course, you don't want to confuse confidence with pride, or thinking that you're not being humble, thinking that you're not being hopeful that the meeting with Yahweh Shai when he comes back to the earth will be what you want it to be or hope it to be, right? You still got to have that humility, hope that you're going to not be thrust through, hope that you're not going to see the fire. It's a hopeful faith that we have. With that being said, you still want to be doing everything possible that you can do. So when it's time for Yahweh Shai to lay eyes upon you, if that time come, then you will hear the things that you want to hear. The things will take place that you are hoping to take place. How is Yahweh viewing you from his throne right now? Right? We know Yahweh Shai is our advocate that speaks on our behalf to the Father. What type of report is he giving to the Father right now about you? When the angels are recording all these things, what type of report are they bringing back to the Most High about you? You want these things to be a glorious report. You want the angels to come back to Yahweh with an A+ grade for you, Lord willing. Bashema Mashiach Malak Yahweh Shai. You want that A++. You want them to come back and say, this man here, he's been diligent, he's on fire, he serves you with truth and sincerity. He has no ulterior motives. He's got a heart like David, who had a heart after Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? These are the ways you want to be viewed. It says, if ye know that he is righteous, you know that everyone that doeth righteousness is born of him. You want to be viewed as a righteous man, right? That's the goal. We want Yahweh by Shemiah Shai to view us as righteous men, women, and children of the mighty nation of Israel. We're going to get Psalms chapter 139 and start at verse number 23, Lord willing. Because in order for you to even go about that, this is a very important step in your everyday walk. Psalms 139 and 23. Salakia. Salakia. Search me, O God, and know my heart. You know, the heart is synonymous with the mind. The heart is the mind, according to the scriptures. Try me and know my thoughts, right? And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. That's just so mighty of the mighty King David. A request to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for the Lord to try him, to search me, analyze me, Lord. Take a view at me, Abba. If there's something that I'm doing that is not pleasing in your sight, if there's something that I'm doing that is in the way of the wicked, please, Baba Kasha, lead me in the way everlasting. Turn me back onto the righteous path. Shift me. Guide my steps, Abba. Please search me, try me, know my thoughts. We know that he knows our thoughts. This is a beautiful request, though, by the mighty King David. Please, Lord, search me, try me, know my thoughts. And if you find any wicked way, even a little bit of wickedness, then Yahweh shall I say, even those who break the least of the commandments and teach men shall be known as least in the kingdom of heaven. So even if I'm halfway breaking even the least of commandment, Lord, search me and try me and find that and lead me in the way everlasting. And when the Lord searches you and tries you, how do you want to be viewed? This is a step that you need to be taking every single day in this truth, in this walk, asking the Lord to lead you in the way everlasting, to try you and get rid of anything wicked. So when he takes a look upon you, you'll be walking in the walk of a righteous man in this truth. That's striving, that's pairing the faith in Yahweh Shai with the commandments, right? Like we saw in Revelation 14 and 12. All right, let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 25. Matthew 25, and we're going to verse 21. Salakia. Some quick exhortation and something to think about. How do you want to be viewed, right? When the Lord takes that look upon you, when it's time for your assessment, what grade do you want to get? Matthew 25:21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. That's what we want to hear. We want to be viewed as a good and faithful servant, meet for the master's use. That's what we want. It says, thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. To hear the Lord call me a good and faithful servant, to view me in that manner, is just breathtaking. And that's exactly what we're striving for. That's exactly what we want, right? Salakia. Let's get that. I believe it's in 1 Peter, Lord willing. It might be Timothy. Salakia, bear with me. I'm going to paraphrase it. That's not it. Salakia. It'll come to me, Lord willing. But as I was saying, you want to be viewed in a righteous manner. You want to hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all praises. All right, let's get to the next precept. We're going to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse number 21. Now, this is going to be an example of what you don't want to hear. what you don't want to be viewed as. This is the exact opposite of when if you ever meet Yahushua face to face in that day, in that time, the exact opposite of what you want to hear. So therefore, um, you gotta be working on the way that you're viewed right now while we still have time to do so. Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Do you want to be viewed as a fake, as somebody who just kind of runs their mouth, calls the Lord, Lord, right? Calls him Lord, but not do what he tell you to do. Call him Lord, but not doing the will of his Father which is in heaven. Do you want to be viewed as an imposter, as a fake, as a phony? A lot of lip service, but really not really about that. Let's get Matthew 15 real quick. Let's get Matthew chapter 15. I believe I'm looking for verse number 8. Matthew chapter 15 and verse number 8. It says, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Is that how you want to be viewed, as somebody who just talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk? Nah, you got to talk the talk and walk the walk. You got to speak of the great wonders of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You got to exalt his name. You got to give praise. You got to sing praise. But you also got to have the walk behind it. You can't just be claiming and saying that you love the Lord. You're going to be viewed as a fake, as a phony, as someone who was never really fit for the kingdom of heaven, right? Let's go back. All praise to the Most High. Matthew chapter 7. I'm going to read verse 21 again, Lord willing. Got to be quick. All praise to the Most High. The water for the prayers too, Israel. Lord willing, for my son, all praises. All right, Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter to the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Right? Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? Because they're going to be thinking that they was doing the work of the Most High. A lot of people, that reminds me of James chapter 2, because a lot of people take that faith without works is dead. They think that you have to believe that you're going to get a new car, and that you got to pair that with going out and doing everything you need to do to get a new car, and think that that is the main fold on that. The main fold on that is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and pairing it with the faith of Yahushua. Now you can, through the Spirit, get a fold of, okay, I can't just be asking the Lord for this, this, and this, and I'm not getting off my butt to go get it. Because a man that doesn't work doesn't eat. A man that doesn't provide for his home is worse than an infidel and has denied the faith. So that you can get a fold out of that as far as that, but the main fold within that is you got to be keeping the law and pairing it with the faith in Yahushua, right? They're thinking that going to church and screaming and kicking and dancing and usher board and choir and nurses board and party planning committee and so on and so forth. And we got the bake sales in the basement where they got pork at, and they thinking they doing these wonderful works. They thinking they got the holy water and putting a hand on them and they shaking and they falling out and they think they casting out devils and doing wonderful works in thy name. But he said in verse 21, he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, that's who's going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh's will is that you be obedient. That's what he wants you to do. He told us that obedience was better than sacrifice. Yahweh would rather you just be obedient than have to bring the sacrifice of bulls and rams. He would rather you be obedient than have to beg for forgiveness for the things that you fall short on, right? Now, of course, he's still delighted in our repentance if it's sincere. So I don't want anybody to think he's not, Lord willing, through the Spirit, right? But the point is, Salakia, bear with me. I call them right back, Lord willing. All praise to the Most High. You gotta work on how you're viewed, Lord willing. And if it's not right, you gotta clean that up. Matthew 7:23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So you could be found a phony, found a fake, and be viewed as someone who was never really, you never even knew Yahushua, right? And he's gonna tell you that you never knew him. And he's gonna tell you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. All right, let's get one more. Let's get one more, Lord willing. I come over here to the Apocrypha, Lord willing. Salaki. Give it a second. All right, we're going to go to the book, the mighty book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 14. It says, my children, keep discipline in peace, for wisdom that is hid. Salaki, 41 and 13. Khan, Salaki. A good life hath but few days, but a good name endureth forever. You want to have a good name. That's how you want to be viewed. And the way that you'll have a good name is by striving for righteousness and pairing it with the faith in Hamashiach or Malaki Awashai. That's how you want to be viewed. You want to check all those boxes. But yep, okay, my servant, Judah, good name, good servant, prays, fasts, studies, loves his family, provides, so on and so forth. Has faith in my son, good servant. That's the you want Yahweh to check all them boxes for you, right? You want to have a good name. You want to be viewed as a good, mighty servant. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. All praise to the Most High. Happy to happy and blessed, lucky to have the opportunity to get on here and edify the sheep. All praise to the Most High. Until the next time, Lord willing. Kwam Yashala. Shalom. Shalom.